Hey everyone, this is Ben with the Leyline Network. Today I'm bringing to you a budget block deck tech from Alara. The deck I'm going to be covering is Jund. This is possibly the best deck in the format. It has it all: effective mana base, strong removal, as well as efficient and powerful creatures. The mana base is pretty easy, just throw in the tricolor lands you need and you're good to go. Moving on to the creatures, let's start at the bottom of the curve. A 2/2 for 2 is pretty generic, but what makes Putrid Leech shine is the fact that once a turn, you can pay 2 life to give it +2/+2. This is a very versatile ability that allows you to save it in combat or from damage-based removal, but most importantly, it dramatically speeds up your clock. If Putrid Leech isn't blocked, you're almost always going to pay the 2 life to get in some extra damage. With Jund Hackblade, sure, a 2/1 for 2 isn't much, but it'll often be coming down as a 3/2 with haste. After all, every creature in your deck is multicolored. For Sprouting Thrynax, I find I'm repeating myself. Sure, a 3/3 for 3 doesn't seem like much, but when it dies it gives you 3/1/1 tokens. This both allows you to keep the pressure up as well as hold them back for chump blockers if needed. At the top of the curve is the all-star of the deck, Bloodbraid Elf. A 3/2 with haste for 4 isn't that bad to begin with. But then you throw in an ability like Cascade, and you have the best creature in the entire block. For anyone not familiar with the mechanic of Cascade, it says, when you cast this spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with converted mana cost less than this card. You may cast that card. Then, put all cards exiled this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. No matter what you hit off of Cascade, it'll be good. Every creature you have will be good news, and the rest of your options are removal and pump spells. The first of these options is Magma Spray. This will take out a large portion of the creatures you're going to run into. And Terminate is the second best removal spell in the block, just after Path to Exile. Colossal Might is great because it allows you to do 3 things. It's pseudo-removal as a combat trick, it can save your creature in combat, and it forces some extra damage through a chump blocker. Blightning is yet another value card in this deck. It's amazing early and mid game for its discard, and the 3 damage can sometimes close out a game for you. Jund Charm is useful because it often allows you to wipe the board when your opponent is ahead, and this is especially nice if you cascade into it. The ability to permanently pump one of your creatures is also very nice. It can also exile a card from a graveyard, but I will rarely use this ability. Bituminous Blast is an instant that deals 4 damage to target creature, and it has Cascade. The 4 damage will take out almost any creature in the format, but Cascade is where this spell really shines. Just like Bloodbraid Elf, anything you cascade into will be beneficial, especially if you cascade into a Bloodbraid Elf. Up next, I have a couple of honorable mentions. Executioner's Capsule is a great removal spell. Unfortunately, it's not worth putting in the main board because of your matchups with other Grixis and Jund decks. Ananthomancer is a great card in this format because most decks are loaded with non-basic lands. It can normally deal 2 to 3 damage easy early game, but flash it back late game, oftentimes you'll be able to just finish out your opponent right there. It is a definite option if you want to put it in your main board, but I personally prefer it as a sideboard option. The last thing I wanted to cover was budget cuts and non-budget upgrades. There aren't really non-budget upgrades to be made to this deck, which is really nice because I bought it for about $8 online. If you want to cut down the price of the deck, you can take out Terminate in exchange for Executioner's Capsule or Bones Shards. This will bring the deck price down to under $2. And surprisingly, it doesn't hinder the deck's effectiveness very much. That's everything for the deck tech. If you have any budget block ideas, please share them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, and if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. This is Ben with the Leyline Network signing off.